What up? What it do? What it do? Hey. Hype on this Monday morning. Wake up in the morning, see the blessings on me. Hey. You already know sometimes you gotta motivate yourself, hunty. Listen, if you are replaying, go ahead and type replay gang down below. Why? Because you know I love you. And you know you are not doing life alone. Listen. Woo! Hey. All right, y'all. I'm hype on this Monday. What's up, y'all? What it do? How are you? Sometimes you gotta get yourself hype, honey. Sometimes you gotta go hard for yourself, okay? Hey. I am enjoying this Monday. That song go hard. So what's up, y'all? What it do? How is everybody doing? I got a couple minutes, and so I just wanted to share with y'all some tips that I was doing because let me see if I can share this a couple places real quick. Actually, I don't care about sharing it. What's up, y'all? What's up? Say what's up to your girl. So I just wanted to share y'all with you guys a few tips that I was going over for this Monday Motivation Monday. This morning Monday motivation. Y'all know. So I was just thinking about today how I need to go and do some goals. First off, let me say get up. Okay? Get up. If you are watching this, I'm coming on your screen today to tell you to get up. Sis, bro, get up. I know the weekend may have been hard. I know life can be hard. I know things around you are getting a little stressful. And I had to tell myself this. What's up, Ashley? Hey, boo. Hey, Cuzzo. So say what's up to your girl. And I had to recognize that I had been slipping. Like the goals that I had set for October, child, I ain't do not one. I stay consistent on a couple of them. But hey, boo. I stayed consistent on a couple of them, but I did not stay consistent as I said I was going to stay consistent. So what I did today was I just started creating a brain dump again. I started going through my goals, seeing what was important, what's not important, what I can work on, and what I need to let go, right? Because we are about to go into the month of November, y'all. It's the 19th. I cannot even believe this. Hey, Angel, I'm so excited. Listen, y'all, I will be live with Angel tomorrow, 1 p.m. I almost forgot, sis. 1 p.m. To share a little bit more about my testimony, share my book with you guys. I'm pushing play. Come on. I'm pushing play. You must push play. You must continue to push play. And I just want to speak to a couple people who have been kind of lax, who have been kind of not knocking out things that they said. Maybe you have not even created any goals, because let me tell you, goal setting was literally foreign for me. It wasn't something that I was used to. It wasn't something that I did ever. Hey, Shayla, thanks for coming in, boo. Listen, sow that seed of sharing, y'all. Hey, Cuzzo. And so I just want to share with you guys some tips that I use to kind of get my goals out. First, let me hear y'all tips, because y'all might already got this down pat. I may be sleeping on y'all. Ashley says, writing them down helped me. Before writing my goals down, I didn't do anything. Okay, sis, writing, yes, that is number 3. You all up in my notes, sis. That is definitely big. Ashley, I do that a lot with my groups, like tell them how writing literally makes them real, right? Because we can keep them in our minds. We can have goals in our brains for days. I mean, you might be the most creative person with so many goals in your mind, right? But until you write them down, until you make them plain, until you begin to see them, it's just that. It's just in your mind, right? And I love how I was listening to my instructor yesterday, and he said that, you know, our brains get fuzzy, right? We forget. I'm going through this process of trying to remember dreams. I have been playing with my dreams, and I felt like God took them from me, but he began to give them back to me. And so now I'm just going through this thing where I'm trying to remember them, right? And I recognized today I had such a prophetic one this last night that I was like, I need to write this down. And it didn't make sense, but you know how you know it's something about it, but then you don't know? What's up, Jessica? You know how you know, but you don't know. So I knew, but I didn't know, right? The moment I wrote it down is the moment that it began to get clear. God began to speak to that thing like, yeah, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, wow. You know, in my mind, I'm trying to figure it out. I'm putting it all together. So yes, writing it down is bomb. If you have not wrote down what's in your mind, I'm talking about from crazy to cool to whatever seems possible, the impossible. Sorry, y'all. Somebody calling me. I forgot to change that. Anyways, and so then the next one would be to break it down. So I know for a lot of my youth that I mentor, and also my children, I tell them all the time, they say they want to go to the NBA. I'm like, yeah, you know, not trying to shut that down, but you need to have plan A, B, and C, and D, right? But I tell them, okay, well, let's start with the small steps. Like, what can you do now? And so do that today. Like, what can I do this week? I set a post today and I haven't even looked at it, but think about what can you do for this week? Like, what is the small things? For many of you, it's just getting up early, right? For many of you, it's just kind of getting that research to start that business, or just beginning to write that book, right? Just putting that pen to that paper and literally beginning. It's small steps. I know for my boys, they talk about the NBA. So I said, okay, well then let's do this. Practice for at least 1 hour each day. And then holla at me. Holla at me about the NBA when you could do that 1 hour, right? What's up, Artika? I'm just talking about goal setting. It's very important, because if you don't have a plan, if you don't know where you're going, if you don't have an idea of what you want your life to look like, then you'll be just going with the motions. And I want to tell you, if you have came on this live, this is a clear indication. And even if you're not, this is a clear indication that you are not here to do life mediocre. You are not here to just be existing. You're not here to just be here by chance. No, you have a purpose. You have a mission. You have a voice. You have a reason why you are here. And I know I'm going all over the place, but I just want to say really quick, I had began to forget. I began to forget. I began to say, you know what? I'm just going to chill. I'm just going to be that mom, that wife, you know, and of course that is my portion. But how many of y'all know I got so much more to do? I got so many more goals to knock out. I got so much more I want to accomplish. And God began to take me right back to my vision board. And he said, you need to update this thing, right? You need to have this mapped out. You need to know where you're going, what you want, what do you want to see happen, because the more that you begin to see it and speak it and truly believe, that is when the shift happens. That is when, even when trials and tribulations hit you, you'll be able to continue to get back up. Woo, bring it down, because I'm going on a whole preaching. What's up, Auntie? And so I'm just talking about goal setting. We said write it down. Ashley helped me with that one. Write it down. Writing it down is so important. Get what's out of your head. I talk to so many women who say they hate writing, and I'm like, sis, did you do the notes? Like, in middle school we passed notes. Like, how could you not like writing? Like, make it I feel like my internet. We there? Okay, we there. Sorry, I lost some of y'all. That's okay. You can come back. That's fine. That's fine. So, okay, we gonna get through this. I don't know what's going on with my internet, but we gonna get through this. And so write them down, get them out your head. I know you don't like your handwriting, you might not like to write, but when I tell you, it's something powerful about putting that pen to that paper and literally getting what's in your mind. Oftentimes, God has given you the revelation, the idea, the whatever it is that you are searching for. It's just stuck in your mind, and so get it out. The second one was to break it down. Yeah, becoming that famous movie star may be a little impossible today, right? But the more that you break it down into, okay, well, let me just practice on my voice. Let me practice on singing. Let me practice on whatever it is, right? Little steps. Baby step it into the big steps is what I always say. And then the third one would be to get specific. I talk to a lot of people who say, yeah, I want to do this, that, and the third. And they be some bomb goals and dreams. And I'm like, okay, that's awesome. And even my mentor, she told me when I would bring her my goals and dreams, she would say, okay, but by when? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, who got that far? We didn't get that far. It's just there. So begin to think about specifics of it. Like, I will blank by blank, right? Oftentimes we don't put a mandate on what it is that we want in life. If you're not saying, I want to do this by this, then it's just literally a dream and it won't come to pass. You have to put a date on that thing, right? I'm gonna beat up old girl by this. No, I'm just playing. Just seeing if y'all was listening. I will study for my class this week every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for 2 hours each day, each of those days. Like, that's being specific. And I wrote that down today. For sure I'm doing that because I've been playing with school and I have to really get serious. So just getting specific is big. And so then the fourth one, I believe I'm on the fourth one, is have long-term, short-term, mid-term goals. Have like goals of what you want to see today. Like, what do you want to see happen today? And then what do you want to see happen, and that still can go into the SMART, but what do you want to see? You should be thinking even 5 years from now. Sorry, y'all. I'm drinking this smoothie, y'all. Trying to do a smoothie diet. Me and my group, we've been trying to do that today. Ashley says, yes, that too. I set goals for 1 month, 6 months, 1 year, 3 years. Yes. And that's amazing that you're doing that, because it literally opens up the door for you to know what can you do to get to that big goal, right? What can you do now? What can you do next month? Like, literally planning it out, having it on paper or written out, or however you do it, but literally having it written out that by this I'm gonna do this, by this my midterm, long term, and short terms. And so the number 5 would be write several areas of your life. When I did my Guiding Goals challenge, it was crazy because many of them came in with just one goal. And I'm like, that's amazing. I love your one goal. But you have to have multiple different goals. And so I do this thing called brain dump. A lot of people probably do. But I do this thing called brain dump. And I just did it this morning. And I was like amazed by the different categories that were just coming in. But have goals for everything in your life. Like, what do you want to see change in your education, your career, your finances? Even at community. Like, do you want to do anything in the community, right? I seen there was this black people in Lansing group, and I was like, what? I didn't even know that. Like, that's a goal of mine now. I want to get connected in there. I want to see what they're doing. I want to, be more aware of what's happening in the community, especially for black people. And then what about your health? Like, add that on there. Like, don't just have one goal in one area. Put something for every category. And then also, which I think should have been number 1 of what I should have said, is spiritually. Have spiritual goals. So what if you can't pray? So what if you don't know God? So what if, you ain't read the Bible a day in your life? It's a good time to make a goal about it. Like, I'm going to start committing myself to praying. I'm going to start committing myself to reading 1 page, 1 chapter, heck, 3 words of the Bible. That is a goal. That is a goal. And so write several areas. I found that to be major when I'm struggling on doing the financial, right? Because financial, and especially like mine's is like credit score, right? I'm working on my credit score. Don't y'all credit people hit me up because I'm working, okay? I got it. No, I'm just playing. But for real. But okay, so I'm working on my credit. So that's like a long term, right? Well, not a long term, mid-term, I guess, because credit just don't happen worth a snap of the finger. But so while I'm working on that, while I'm paying off and learning the different financial structures to credit and all that, I can go and work on my health, right? Today, I decided that I was going to work out this morning. I decided that I was going to really be about this smoothie journey that my friends is on. And just really like dive into different goals that I could help for today. I did some reading. I did some spiritual work. And so having different goals in every area is bomb. Okay? Okay. Lisa says, I don't think I am trying so tired to turn my life around. Become successful. I can't really see, and I do believe that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Thank you so much. That's like a lot for your help. Yes, ma'am. I need glasses, y'all. If you ever see me and I don't see you, it's because I need glasses. I be playing, but I really need glasses. I can't really see your comment. But I think you kind of said that you have been struggling in that area and that this helped. And I just want to tell you that I'm glad. I'm thankful that you're able to say that. Like, I applaud you for speaking to that area because it's really hard. Honestly, October has been a hard month for me, and I literally dropped the ball on everything. I was being consistent on my lives. I was doing so much, but when things begin to get crazy in my life, sometimes I become this inconsistent person, and so I dropped the ball too. And so just refreshing myself, seeing the goals before me, knowing, oh, this is information that I teach, right? But for me to literally teach myself it again, literally just stirred me. And so I thank you for that, woman of God. And you can do all things through Christ, who strengthens you, and he will strengthen you. But then also make sure that you know that you have a part to play also. You have a part in setting the goals and doing the action step, right? I love my sis. She said this thing. She said there is the active wait. Because sometimes we get so, and I don't know if this is your story, but for me, I can get conditioned in just waiting on God, right? Waiting for him to answer the problems, waiting for him to, you know, fix my life, fix this life. And oftentimes God is just waiting for us to make the moves also. And so just knowing that, you know, have active goals, have that active wait. Your active waiting can be literally just writing down goals and literally inching towards each and every one of them. And so for my last one, because I know I'm just going on and on. Hey, Kwani. Is reflect on your goals each week for 5 minutes. Try to think about your goals. Think about the challenges, like what has came up, what has stopped you. I know for me, I was, which one can I use? Because there's a lot of them. Really? Okay, I'll just go with what's happening tomorrow. So I'll be doing a live tomorrow talking about my book with Angela and, Angel, I believe. And, as I began to just think about my journey with that, I hadn't kept my book before me. I forgot that my biggest dream was to literally push this book out. And it's like the minute I got it pushed out, I just was like, and just let it go, right? Not remembering that God literally put a mandate on my life that I was to share this story, that I was to push this story, that this story would help the nations. It would help women across the world, men across the world. And so for me to just be like, was like, I had to go back and say, I'm sorry for that, Lord. I'm sorry that I dropped that. But it also took me to bring out my vision board and to see it, to reflect on it, and to remember that I have something to do even when I feel like I don't. Even when I feel tired, even when I don't want to do it, I have something to do. Lisa says, I am trying so hard to get my life back together so that I can become a success story. And I know that I can do all things. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And you know what? We just like the same. I was going through that whole breakdown too. Like, man, I'm trying so hard to get my life back together. And I felt like I couldn't do much because it wasn't together, sis. And God began to tell me, he began to speak through women. And that's why it's great to be connected. Lisa, if you are not connected, I beg you, sis, to please get connected. Get connected in groups and just with different women, because when I put it in my group, I said, hey, y'all, you know, I'm going through a lot. I feel like, you know, my life is crazy. Like, I'm off track. I feel like I need to just stop for a minute and just regain my footing. And although that's good, right? Although, you know, hold up, stop everything. Let me regain. Let me know that I need to do something in this life. Knowing that you still have to keep moving is major. Like, they told me, no, you are too close. You are, you know, they just begin to speak life into me. And it really helped me because for a minute, I thought that I needed to just stop. Like, I'm like, everything. Look at my mentor just came in while I'm speaking her. Yes, Sharice, my God, that is my mentor literally in our coaching community. I was like throwing a whole tantrum. I'm like, I need to just quit. I just need to stop. I just need to not do nothing because I'm losing it. And she said, this is where your press come in, right? This is where your oil comes from. This is where, you know, you can see that even though you don't have the strength to go on, that God is going to be with you, that he's going to press. You know, it was just amazing how they began to speak life into me. The Millionaire Circle, if you don't know, get in there. Anyways, and so what I'm going with that is that although we can feel like, man, I can't get my life together, like I'm battling this area, it will cause you to stand still. But can I tell you, sis, the minute that you begin to move, even though it's hurting, to press in, even though you don't understand how you're going to work this out, even though you don't know how things are going to change, like for you to continue to walk, that is where the fire comes in. That is where things begin to change, where the goals and the vision and all that. I'm still battling. I'm going through so much in my life. But the minute I begin to write my goals and say, well, I'm going to get up anyways. I'm going to work out anyways. I'm going to do this anyways. That's when I felt like I got a recharge, a refresh. So it wasn't in my just giving up. It was in my literally pressing in. And so, sis, I don't know if that's your story, but I would say press into that area. What are you hindered in your life? I bet you that there's a blessing attached to that. I bet you that there is something so amazing that's going to come out of that trial, out of that tribulation of what you're battling with. And if you would just continue to press into that, continue to move and keep walking, regardless of how hard it is, I believe that God is going to shift that thing for you. And you ain't going to be on here saying that, hey, I don't have my life together, because you're going to be okay that it's not together, because you're going to keep on moving, keep on going. That's for me. If it ain't for you, my God. Okay. Woo. Thank you for the love, Cherise. My God, I needed that for myself, because I'm one that when trials and things start happening, I'll give up everything. Everything can stop. Everything can go. Throw the book away. Throw the shirts away. Throw everything away. And God began to tell me that is where you always miss it. It's because the minute you stop is the minute that life begins to get ahead on you. Life begins to move in on you. Next thing you know, you're depressed. Next thing you know, you're dealing with anxiety and all these other things. And so just keep going. Get up. That was the title. Yes, thank you, Lord. Bringing that back together, because I be everywhere. But get up. Get up. Put a mandate on your goals. What do you want to see? Begin to make the vision board. Write it down. Put it on paper. Get it out of your head. And then break it down into small goals that you can begin to activate now. Get specific by thinking about that SMART goals. And set time frames. And then also, which is big, what I said, number 5, was literally having goals in every area. I've been on this not even a self-care, but just knowing who I am journey of learning who I am. What do I like? Not so that I could just be all about me, but so that I'm able to know how to speak to this and to somebody else, that I'm able to be healed in these areas so that I can get over myself, right? So that I can move even when things aren't going good. Like, I know that I'm tempted to give up when stress come. Okay, well then that's something that you need to check, Desiree. What can help you make it through those times? Yesterday, can I tell y'all, I put and don't crucify me, y'all. No, I'm just playing. But I put on some old school. I mean, I was going back to Ashanti, like all of them. And I was just dancing and having a good time. My girls was dancing with me. They was like, Mom, what is this? Like, for once, I just let my hair down and just like had an amazing time. And I realized, oh yeah, music brings me out. Like, even though I can't sing, I love to act like I can sing. Like, what's gonna bring you out of that hard place is when you recognize who you are. It's when you learn to push play even when it's hard. When you learn to press in even when the situations is hard. And I won't tell you that it's easy, but I will tell you that I'm going to get on as the Lord leads to help you. Because I know that if I was battling like I was battling, then somebody else is too. Amen. Amen, Lisa. Amen. And I needed your word, sis. Thank you, because you are not the only one, sis. I be battling. It'd be a lot. Life is hard, right? But just don't forget that you have something to do in this earth. Don't forget that your voice is needed. Don't forget that you have gifts and talents and you're creative, and God wants to give you even more creativity and even more witty ideas to be able to do some amazing things in this earth. And so don't lose track of that. Don't lose focus of that, because it can get easy to do that, right? And so that was it, y'all. I'll be jumping on randomly, just kind of giving y'all some tips that come to my mind, because I just want to help y'all. Because it'd be hard, and to battle alone it sucks. And so I want you to know that I battle too. I fall and get up too. I fall and don't want to get up too. And I lose track of who I am. I lose track of goals and all that too. And so you're not alone. And so I'll share that with you guys. Tune in tomorrow if you can at 1 p.m. where I'll be going live, just telling a little bit more about my testimony, my story. And yeah, press into some goals today. If you get a minute, like, I know we wives, I know we moms, I know we dads, I know whoever comes on this life, I know you have different things to do, but take a minute to just literally, even like 5 or 10 minutes to just focus on what do you want, by when, and then what are you going to do to get it. Okay, because you have to begin to get hungry for what you want in life. For so long, I put everything into everybody else, but then what about me? And I recognize if I just can make it, if I get free, if I unravel, if I do the things that I know I would love to see my children doing, but if I do it, that's going to open the door for everybody else. So why not do it, sis, bro? My God. Yes, sis. We need to motivate each other. I love y'all. God bless y'all. Thank you for letting me have a little bit of your time. I'll be back on tomorrow. I love y'all. God bless. Push play on your life. Push play on your goals. Push play on your God. And push play on believing and dreaming and knowing it's going to come to pass. I love y'all. God bless.